Hey, yo, Red, you remember that record?
What record you talking about, man?
I'm talking about Protect Your Neck.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. Wu-Tang, man.
Yeah. Let's do. Hey, yo, what's up, Corner Stoners? My name is Johnny Warbucks, and I'm here with Kalishnikov Red, and we're here to talk about that hit classic, Protect Your Neck, which was first released back as a single on December 14th, 1992. But before we get started talking about the song, let's quickly ask the question, yo, Red, what have you been listening to recently, man?
What have I been listening to? You know, it's actually, I'm inspired by you because you make a lot of playlists.
No.
So on my phone, I just start making playlists. You know, obviously, because I have many different, from Spanish to rock to whatever. But within hip hop, I'm categorizing those playlists. And the number one song that I've been listening to a lot lately is Deltron 3030.
For real?
The names but that album is just.
That's the name of it. That's 3030's name.
Yeah, 3030, right? Yeah.
Bro. Oh man, that's funny that you say that. Somebody just did like a pick and choose thing on my social media.
I saw
some
that.
asshole was like, what was it? It was Del the Funky Homo Sapien or I don't even remember now.
It was Del the Homo. Yeah, I can't remember that.
But it was easy for me. I was like, no fucking way, I'm getting rid of Deltron 3030 because that's like one of the biggest fucking underground hip hop albums of all time.
With those beats
are fucking dumb.
Those beats, man.
Yeah.
We'll cover that, but just little known tidbit on that. Deltron is actually Ice Cube's cousin.
Yeah, I love that. I love it.
Yeah.
Well, so speaking of underground shit, what I've been listening to recently, I had a friend just recently revisit Aesop Rock, and she was like, dude, I've been listening to a lot of Aesop Rock. And immediately I was like, I don't have an Aesop Rock playlist yet, right? And so yeah. So I created one and I've been listening to it a lot, man. And it was cool to kind of revisit that the hyper underground music, that cats like Aesop Rock do.
You know, I still have yet to study that. I haven't studied, I'll be honest.
What I'll do, man, is like let you listen to like 5 tracks where I'm like, you just need to hear these and we can dissect them, because that's the difference. It's like this isn't like in your face like with the lyrics. It's very abstract, sit down, study music. So it's not for fucking everybody, but the music provokes conversation. So a lot of the songs aren't usually about one thing. They're about like 20 different things because each line is talking about something. But it's all done in very purposely done, esoteric vagueness where you kind of decipher what he's talking about. I love that shit, man.
It's like the art that I forgot what it's called, but it's like abstract. You take it as you take it.
Yeah, take it as you take it, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, so listen, guys, we want to keep on our time. So we've done what we've been listening to, and I want to quickly break down a couple of song facts for you. All right. So this is all about Wu-Tang Clan, Protect Your Neck. Once again. So that group consists of the RZA, Jizza, Old Dirty Bastard, Inspector Deck, Raekwon the Chef, You God, Ghostface Killer, Master Killer, Method Man, and Capadonna, who is the only person who is not credited for writing on this song, but everybody obviously was responsible for the writing for this record. It was released in 1992. First album appearance was Enter the Wu-Tang, 36 Chambers. On November 9th, 1993. Title was inspired by 70s Kung Fu movies, Enter the Dragon and the 36th Chamber of Shaolin. They recorded that over at the Borum Hill Studio, the Firehouse in NYC, and was released on Loud Records, which was founded in NYC in 1991 by Steve Rifkin and Rich Isaacson. Fully produced by the RZA, all right? Like I said, written by Wu-Tang. Length is 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Record has a couple of different samples in there. The Grunt by the JBs from 1970. It's a classic jazz record, super hot. Fame is referenced by Method Man. That's Irina Cara in 1980. She'll Be Coming Around the Mountain, which was 1800s. So that was referenced by the RZA. Rock the Bells. Whenever they edit out some of the words and shit. That's Rock the Bells. That's L's shit. Cowboy to Girls has that.
That's so much sampling,
dude. He sampled. It's wild, dude. Fishing, Snake and Crane Arts of Shaolin. It's a vocal set. Dong dong dong.
Yeah.
That's from the movie.
Yeah.
Set It Off.
Protecting it.
Set It Off. Strafe, 1984.
Yes, that's my jam.
So that was Method Man's where he's like, set it off, let it off.
Yeah.
So the beginning part of that is from that record. Words from the Genius. So that part where they're like, watch a step, kid.
Yeah.
Watch a step, kid. That was from the remix from the Genius album that Jizza did. So that came from Jizza's album. Final Fight and Pai Mei gives a lesson, just some word quotes that you hear on the thing. That's all coming from the movie Executioners from Shaolin, 1977 Kung Fu flick classic.
Mm-hmm.
With that, let's end it with the charts. Get this. So certifications, Protected Neck has none. They did not chart. However, that album went triple platinum. So it was the album that topped it. On the charts, nothing on the fucking charts for Protect Your Neck. I was really shocked by that,
That's
dude.
Crazy.
I was hyper shocked by that. But the album itself peaked at 41 on the U.S. Billboard 200, ranked number 27 by Rolling Stone's top 500 albums, and of all time, and was recently selected by the Library of Congress. This is crazy.
Damn.
This song was selected by the Library of Congress for preservation in the National Recording Registry for being culturally, historically, and aesthetically significant. How fucking wild is that?
That's crazy. I had no idea.
That's fucking hip hop. Hip hop in the Library of fucking Congress.
That's hip hop.
That's fucking hip hop, dog. I mean, y'all don't even get it. With that being said, man, I've done all the stats. Let's go ahead and talk about it, my man.
Yeah, man. So for me, if you watch the prior episode to this, which we covered, Sexual Soul, Insane in the Membrane, I had mentioned that my boy, he's the one who had the 36 Chambers Wu album, and like I had the Cypress album, right? So we intercrossed, I let him borrow because he's never heard of Cypress. And when I read the name Wu Tang, I was like, first of all, what the fuck does that mean?
Yeah.
Like, what is that? What is that? I have no idea, right? So I'm like, yeah, what the fuck is Wu Tang? So he's like, yo, you just listen to it, right? So I take it back and listen to it, and it's interestingly enough, like after I give it back to him, like maybe maybe I would say maybe like a week later, the video of Protecting That comes out, and I was like, yo, I just heard this. And it was that comes out. I don't know if it came out at that year or that moment or whatever, but I remember that and Method Man. The video Method Man came out.
So good.
So both of them, I was like, I love the ruggedness. I love the dirtiness. I love the grimy. I love the VHS, the tracking. I love. I mean everything. And I then I really got into Wu. I mean, Wu from that point forward was just everything that they would say, I would study. You know what I mean? Like I had no idea what they meant by Medina or just different what they would call different places of New York. I was like, well, why are they doing this? So that led me to read books and so on and so forth. And Wu-Tang, as that shirt states, man, Wu-Tang to me is one of the best, not only musical aspects that brings to Wu-Tang, but just everything. Because after you saw that video, you saw the cover of the album, you saw the machetes, you saw like the kung fu, and it was like now I have a much more appreciation. I loved Bruce Lee before that, but after that, Bruce Lee became all the Wu-Tang movies became. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know how it affected you. How about you?
I was in Robinson. And I think we were doing some kind of pep rally shit because I was sitting in the bleachers in the gym with heads, and somebody was like, "Yo, man, I saw that you're getting into all this hip hop shit," and handed me a cassette, right? And it was like all handwritten, like it wasn't the actual album itself, like it was a dub.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Word, okay," and they were like, "This is like the best fucking album in the world." And I was like, okay. So I took it home and put it in the Walkman or in the boombox. I don't remember. And I sat down and just listened to it. Just sat like I was watching a movie. And I just remember being like, what the fuck is this, dog? Like it's just like all the samples sound like it sounds like kung fu. The samples are kung fu. The skits are fucking like super incredible and either hilarious or they're hilarious. They're like really great samples.
It's like, is he dead?
Is he dead? Is he dead? What is it? What is this? Hell's Angels? Yo, I'm fucking, so your asshole clothes keep feeding you and feeding you.
Get your feet off my mother's table.
What the fuck is this? Of course he's fucking dead and fucking blood all kinds of shit. All over fucking shit. Oh, man. Yo, remember back in the days? Yo, everything about it. The whole fucking album gets you. And so like, and look, Cream is like the record, right? Yeah. It's the most iconic record. It's their biggest hit. But like we know that on YouTube, this shit is like everywhere. Like you can watch and hear all you want about Cream. And we were like, yo, this is the record that set them off, that got them popular, and it doesn't get as much respect. And I think it'd be a lot more fun to talk about it because it's got the whole crew on there. But yeah, I mean, like, yo, Wu-Tang changed it forever. No fucking pun intended. No pun intended. You know what I'm saying? And in the music video, dude, yeah. Which was directed by Kurt Anthony and RZA. Basically, like, it depicts like it opens with like this original like hand-drawn Wu-Tang logo, right? And then in comes RZA, the whole crew. You see them all in there. They got hoodies, it's black and white. You see RZA on a fucking rooftop with like a fucking sword.
Hold on, before we get into the video, real quick. Let me just bring up something that you all might know, you all might not know, and do a comparison. RZA had another video prior to this.
Oh, are we talking about Prince Rakeem?
Prince Rakeem. This is the beginning. Oh. Yeah, this is the beginning of the Wu. And you take a look at that video, and then you take a look at the Protect Your Neck video. Worlds apart.
Yeah, worlds apart.
Worlds apart. And we'll get into that a little bit later. But I'm just saying, like you see at that time. As we can see, Wu-Tang. At that time, even that video, like Cypress's video, was just
unseen.
Yeah, it was different.
Who are all these fucking people?
It was different.
Yeah, it looked like a fucking like you're like in Fight Club.
Yeah,
I fucking love it. So like basically like each member gets introduced, and the other part that I thought was really great about this is like the OG, and so like there's these hand like written scrolls. It looks like it's coming from like a fucking like iMovie or something, right? Yeah. And everybody's names is all fucking weird. Like Jizza is like Jizah, right? Like it's just like so crazy. Images bounce back from black and white group videos to images of them in the projects in Staten Island, hanging around a church. In the Hudson River. Yeah. This is the video right here, how it starts off too. They're behind chain link fences, classic early 90s shit. The video is like gritty and intentionally low budget with film cracklings, faded color palettes, and some clips that even include the original timestamps, purposely left intact. And here's another crazy thing. You know that Capadonna is actually in the video. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Dude, we got it. So go back and watch this video. He makes a cameo during Raekwon and Method Man scenes. Like you can see Kappa, and I think that's crazy because like I for real like I thought he was locked up during this album.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't show up. You know what I mean? And I know he was having problems like that because it took him a while to get his own solo joint out too, right?
Took him a while.
The person who calls into the radio station at the beginning of the record, you know I never call you and ask you to play anything, right? I love that shit too. He's like Wu-Tang again. Oh yeah, again and again. Yeah. So that was actually from an interview that Wu-Tang Clan did in Washington D.C.
Oh, cool.
They did it off of WPGC.
Oh, WPGC 95.5.
Yeah, FM on your fucking dial. Yo, I think that shit is crazy. I didn't know that.
That's cool.
This is what's cool about this podcast is like there's some shit that like even we're like because we dig. Yeah. So like we dig, and so like when we find shit like that out, I'm like, man, what the fuck? That's crazy. I'm not gonna mention that one just yet. So like on the chime that opens at the beginning of the song is also from the Execution of Shaolin. I already mentioned that. Hey, internet, just reading off of the notes. I write it as many times as I fucking want. It's my show.
Yeah, anytime, man. The whole show. Fuck it.
So let's have an argument. Let's have a debate about it real quick. We're not even. We're only at 14. That's crazy. Yeah. So, who's got the best verse?
Okay, so for me now this is the thing. Like, I love. There's certain aspects of certain members. I love all Wu, right? But there's certain members that really stick out for me. But on this song, particularly this song, this guy, I like him a lot. But in the canon of the Wu, he's not as that tip top. But for me, he is tip top on this song. First things first.
You're fucking with the worst. I knew you were gonna
sticking
say
pins in your head
like a fucking nurse. Yo, that dude, ODB goes fucking crazy.
Rest in peace, ODB.
RP, yeah, man. And props to his son, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. He's doing
little dirty going out there and still doing the shows and keeping that legacy alive, man.
Yeah, man.
He's fucking great. We've seen him live a few times now, right?
Twice.
Twice. Yeah. Once at Rock the Bells, we've seen him over at this
last one.
That we just went to
with Nas and Wu.
Yo, by the way, dog. Why you think I got the shirt though?
Man,
why you think? Yo, man, that was a great night, dude. Shout out to Knowledge Born on that and joining us in on that.
Man.
All the other heads that we were able to kick it with. Damn. So you say ODB?
I say ODB now.
He has one of the hottest.
It's just that energy. He's like comes with the first things first. But come and it's like that's one of those things that inspired me to flow as the way I do. To experiment a little bit more with my voice. I like Old Dirty Bastard. I like that album. But on that verse, my favorite's RZA and Jizza in general, and then Method Man, and then everybody else comes after that.
RZA just inspected deck, and it can come around either which way, what order you put that in, depending on how I'm feeling.
But
for me personally,
same here. And the order's different, they're interchangeable. But in this song, I gotta say it was Old Dirty Bastard.
I mean, now when I first got into this group, and I was younger, it was the cartoony. Swinging through your town like your neighborhood Spider-Man. And you got people like, come on, baby, come on, baby. It's just like, it's more like fun. It's fun, even though they're talking about some real shit. So ODB and Method Man, they had the personalities, man. They were the first ones. So I was like, best ever. Best ever. It wasn't until I started really studying them and really opening up my ear where the affection for cats like Inspector Deck and fucking poor You God, man, gets like amazing, man. A lot of the internet gives a lot of shit.
They put him the last guy.
He's always the last guy.
He's got a
Master
voice.
Killer and him are always the last people. Both of them have their moments where you're like, fuck out of here.
Man, You God to me is one of the best voices in the whole rap.
I'm just like, his voice, man. It doesn't like this song. He's got what, 2 bars? Mm-hmm. Ooh, but get screwed. Check it, my silence.
Man,
dude, it's one piece, but like if somebody was actually talking to me about, if one of these cats, like if RZA wasn't ever like rhyming on Wu-Tang, would Wu-Tang still like matter, right? And I told him, I was like, you might be surprised when I say it, but like, just imagine if You God wasn't there.
Yeah.
Like half of the songs, even if he's just got like a little bit, it's such an important part. I'm going to give it to you with no trivia. That song wouldn't be the same shit. It wouldn't be what it is. My favorite, this is a hard one because every single one of these cats.
All of them have good fucking verses.
I genuinely could probably like argue a debate as to whoever.
Yeah.
But I particularly just about RZA in this one was like one of the first records I ever heard him rap on. He wasn't on Cream, so Protecting That was the next single I heard. And he's just like, yo, chill with the feedback. Black, we don't need that. It's 10 o'clock. Where the fuck to see that? Like, he's just flowing like Christ when I speaks the gospel. Like, there's like so many bars. And he's just got this energy, like, where some of his latter stuff, he's like, more like Camouflage, like he's more like chill. Yeah. This is gritty, and he's swinging the sword.
Well, I will say,
ruckus style, the ruckus.
I will say everybody in that album is gritty. And a little bit about something tidbit that I learned from actually, and I got to give props, and I don't want to get in no trouble. But in all honesty, the Wu series, on Hulu, on point.
No, gotta watch
on point, and they got a new season coming out. But that sword, remember the sword? He pulls it out in the club.
Yeah, I remember that.
And that's the same sword
that
he's talking about. You see what I'm saying? Like,
I love it. A lot of that is like, I want to say I was listening to either Raekwon or Inspector Deck. I don't remember, but someone was asking about his depiction in the show, and he was like, just a reminder, it's a television show.
Yeah.
And that's where he was like, look, there's a lot of this stuff that's kind of fabricated, but it's got a lot of great accuracy. The actors are mad on point for the most part. And the story is great. And how
Dirty
they
Bastard
show
actor.
that dude is fucking nuts, man.
God damn.
I mean, just the way he talks, the way he
Everything,
carries himself, the way he looks.
Everything.
He's probably the best out of the bunch for sure, man. How about this little tidbit? Did you know that Jizz's verse is a diss verse?
No,
it's a diss verse, man. To his when he came out.
Wait, the Cold Label,
Cold Chillin', Cold Chillin', but it's also specifically about another cat. Did you know?
Oh no, I didn't know about that.
So I just found out about this part too.
A&R electric guitar. No, that's
so that's the A&R. He's the bulk of it's about the label.
Okay.
Cold, which was Cold Chillin', Cold Chillin', right? But then it's this label mate who had an album out too, Granddaddy IU, right? And he had released an album.
Didn't he just pass?
I think so. Yeah, because I remember. Yeah, man. Yeah. They were saying that he had an album out, Jizza had Words of the Genius out, and both of those albums were not getting the same love. Granddaddy IU's was like really moving pieces, and the music videos and all this. And get this, Granddaddy IU, they were really pushing that 80s mobster shit. Mm-hmm. So he was rocking the hats, the suit and tie. Huh?
Okay.
All right. So the Wu is too slamming for these cold killing labels, right? Yeah. Some ain't had hits since they seen Aunt Mabel, right? And then like the money's getting stuck, like he wasn't getting paid right. Yeah. But then at the ending of that, he's like trying to blow up the way. Hold on. What does he say? He was like, oh yeah, he's talking about the A&Rs, right? Mm-hmm. They don't know the meaning of dope because they're looking for a suit and tie rap that's cleaner than a bar of soap. He's talking about Granddaddy IU and that. He's talking about Granddaddy IU and that. Did not know that. So, and this is once again because just the last episode, the Big Party record from Cypress is dissing mad fucking heads.
Yeah.
And these guys are going at record labels. They're going at the industry. They're going at their label mates.
It's interesting that back then a lot of the singles were diss songs.
Yeah, but just like never like
no, and even
fucking Dre Day
and J. Rue the Damages.
Which record was that?
Come Clean? He's not dissing per se a certain rapper, but he's dissing gangster rap.
Yeah, he's dissing. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No argument.
Shoot out, bang bang, something.
Oh yeah.
Like.
I don't
spray words instead of spray bullets or something.
Yeah. I don't spray. I spray words. Yeah, man, you got me fucking it up.
No, but
I need to go back and listen.
Regardless of the fact, you got Cypress, you got J. Rue, you got Wu, diss songs undercover, but singles, and it's like you don't see that no more. No,
nowadays if you're going for someone, you go for the throat.
Yeah.
If you diss somebody,
and they're never. I mean, they're singles. Like Tupac, that was a single, but I'm just saying it was. Like back then, it was subliminal. You didn't know. You had to study.
Oh yeah. Hit 'em up was right in your face.
Yeah.
That's why I fucked your wife.
Mm-hmm.
Just open with that.
Yeah.
But then the subliminal shit on that same album, they Tupac met up with Method Man and Redman and Inspector Deck, and they recorded the song called "I Got My Mind Made Up." And on the album version, they took out Inspector Deck, and his verse is fucking disgusting. And I don't know why the fuck they took it out at all. But so the undercover Dog Pound had approached them and was like, "Hey, we want to do a record together." And it was just during the East and West Coast.
But those are obvious.
But what they didn't know was what the plan was to take that record and then put it on Tupac's album.
Oh.
So while this whole thing about Biggie's being dissed and all that shit, you got Method Man, Redman, Inspector Deck. You got like some of the icons of the East Coast repping with Pop. And it was subliminal.
Well, that was the thing too.
That was a jab.
No, but that's the thing. I mean, but I remember like later down the road hearing about Bad Boy and Wu.
Yeah, Bone Thugs and Harmony and Wu.
I didn't know.
No. Bone Thugs and Harmony and Dog Pound. I'm sorry. But it's still weird though.
Yeah. That I know about that one, but it's just Biggie, and I gotta go back, man. Wu-Tang's for the children.
Wu-Tang's for the children.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, so, why are they out here dissing anybody? Like, never. I mean, every once in a while. I think Raekwon might have gone. I can't remember if he went at 50 Cent or he just went out to rappers of that era in general. But there's like this one skit at the ending of one of the records, and he's got his voice all deep in, And so it sounds like he's like, just undercovers and he's just talking, but he's definitely talking some shit about somebody. I have to go back and listen to that one too.
But still, I mean,
but they don't. That's not their thing.
Yeah, it's not their thing. Like, I mean,
record labels, industry.
Yeah,
they'll talk about that.
Fake A&Rs.
Yeah, like they replace an electric guitar and climbing fucking mountains. Yeah. Fucking. What do you know about fucking rap music, dude? Yo, I fucking love it, dude. All right, so real fast, I'm going to quickly get into some of my highlighted lyrics, all right? So this could go, I mean, honestly, I can speak for every fucking verse, right? Every verse got something that stand out on.
Yeah.
But my 4, main ones. I smoke on the mic like smoking Joe Frazier. The Hellraiser raising hell with the flavor. Mm-hmm. Yo, terrorizing the jam like troops in Pakistan. Swinging through your town like a neighborhood Spider-Man. Yo, I fucking love it. Inspector Deck's verse is so fucking good on this, dude. And they open with him to let you know that this is a fucking problem. You know what I mean? Dude, that's my fucking verse. The when Old Dirty Bastard, and I think you like to stick it in the pins, and I love all that shit, but I think the bar that highlights for me from him is shame on you when you step through to the Old Dirty Bastard straight from the Brooklyn Zoo. Because that ends up becoming another single.
But see, that's...
And that helps to introduce you to terminology.
Yeah, but I gotta say, his verse for me is...
Just front to back. Just front,
yeah, because it has both those things. I like the pins and the needles in my balls. That's how I rap. You know what I mean? And then you go to the introduction of, for the whole Wu thing, like the Old Dirty Bat, like the... his world. He introduces his world. Yeah,
you're learning his lingo.
And he even says his name.
Yeah, which that was another thing that catches your eye when you first hear this group, right? Mm-hmm. You see these names and you're like, okay, so there's these twins, there's RZA and Jizza, whatever. And then there's this dude named the Old Dirty Bastard. And there was nobody who had, I mean, NWA.
No, but
you had NWA, and that was about as shocking a name.
No, but if you look at his lyrics, he says his other name.
He had a bunch of them, didn't he?
He's like
A-Son Unique.
A-Son, he says it in the lyrics.
Oh, in this verse too. A-Son Unique.
Yeah.
And that was the other thing too. Wu was also like the first crew to introduce 1,000 fucking names. Ultimate MCs, arguably Kool Keith might have been the granddaddy of that concept, but these guys, man, they had 7 different fucking names.
Yeah, man.
Johnny Blaze, Hot Nicks, Pecan Stallion, Method Man,
Iron Lung,
Iron Lung, Ghostface, the Iron Man. Iron Lung, Johnny Blaze. Yeah. That's crazy,
Old
man.
Dirty Bastard, Osiris, A-Son. I mean,
what's Big Baby Jesus, right?
Yeah, baby.
That was on his way out. He was like, "Baby Jesus, I'm rolling with you." Do you remember that record?
Yeah,
that
man.
Fucking beat goes hard as shit.
Yeah, and that other one where later down was like, "Baby, I got your money."
Oh man,
that's my jam, man.
Daddy, that's a hot single, dude. Yo, so they had something for everybody. Shit, you could dance to stuff on the radio. They had goofy shit, serious shit, real fucking methodical thinking shit, dissecting shit. Yeah, dude.
And one thing that we also should talk about a little bit is the numerologies of 36 and 9 members.
Drop it down, man. Drop it down.
Well, there's like a numerology. I don't know much of the details, but if you do look at it, there's in the 5 percenters and the gods and all that stuff, numbers are extremely important as well.
Another thing that they really hardcore introduce a lot of people to.
Yeah.
The 5% of mathematics and all that. I mean, growing up in a Christian house, how the fuck would I know about that?
Yeah, knowledge of self. Right. I didn't know about it.
And it was mad fascinating to learn about, man.
And even to some tenets of where I may not be a 5%er, but I agree with a lot of the self-knowledge.
A lot of the self-knowledge.
Yeah, so if you look into it, that's your homework. You should look into it and look into the numbers behind Wu-Tang. 36 chambers, 9 members, the 9 parts of the heart, and all this and all that. Look into it. It's really interesting, and how it ties into the 5%er world. And honestly, I've been listening to hip hop for a long time, and I go back to the time of Big Daddy Kane and Rakim the God, okay, and all these people. But Wu-Tang is the one who put me into the whole 5%er God actual understanding of it and more interested in learning about it. Like Rakim, don't get me wrong, Big Daddy Kane, they would mention it, but I was too young. I was too young. Like,
I mean, even when I was first hearing Wu-Tang for my first time, I wouldn't say that I was too young. I was too young into hip hop, and so I had just kind of gotten introduced. I was dating this goth chick who purposely bought Hell on Earth by Mobb Deep, thinking it would be about Hell on Earth and all this dark shit, and she didn't understand it. So she was like, "Here, you like rap music?" And at the time, big West Coast, probably a lot of No Limit, like very straightforward, easy, big hooks, big beats and big personalities.
Basically, what was in style.
That was 100%. And here comes these cats. And I'm listening to this album, and you can hear like the crackling of the beats. You can hear it when they're rapping. It just sounds like they're fucking talking. I'm like, this is the most fascinating shit I've ever heard, because it's like I'm literally listening to these cats say something to me. The other guys were saying things, but they were performers. It was a show. This wasn't a show. This was insight. Yeah. And Mobb Deep really opened it up, and I started talking about it. That's how somebody was like, "You need to hear this Wu-Tang shit."
Gunshots make you levitate.
Oh,
man, think about it. Just think about the imagery of
it.
You know what I mean?
Pop, pop, and then the body fall and the spirit rise. Right?
Just imagine
gunshots will make you levitate. It's just like little shit.
Yeah, like little four lines, and you have a fucking movie.
The whole scenario. Shout out to fucking Prodigy, R.I.P. Yeah, that's one of my favorite rappers of all time, man. That cat is just disgusting, man.
I will say this about Wu from an artist perspective. That logo, oh my god!
How dumb stupid is that,
man? That logo.
This W is fucking everywhere, and it's one of those logos. It's like a Nike swoosh.
Yeah.
People all over the fucking planet know what the hell it is, even if they don't know what it is.
And I will testify.
I've seen that.
I will testify to that. Let me tell you a little story. So when I was young, I'm not from here originally. I'm from Ecuador, but we would go back and stuff. And then when I was young, like I said, I was really into hip hop, into rap, and all that stuff. So what's funny is that like I was really young when like Wu came out. I was going into 6th grade, I think, summer going into 6th grade. So I wasn't necessarily. I was starting to buy my own clothes. But I never really, and I would see the Wu-Tang logo, and I'd see it like on shirts. I'm like, that's such a cool logo. That's such a cool thing. Like, it looks so cool. And I didn't get one. I never got one. And then years go by, and I'm in Ecuador, and I'm like, now this is where it's interesting. I'm in Ecuador, and Ecuador's 2,500 miles away from DC. And I'm walking, and I see this guy, and I got like these big sweats, which I have right now. Well, not the same ones, but back then, right? And this guy, he sees my sweats. He's like, "Yo, I like your pants." And I was like, "Thanks, man." And he's like, "I like your sweatshirt." And his sweatshirt, it had like a tiny like square, a white square with a yellow Wu-Tang symbol, and it said Wu-Tang. I've never seen that sweater ever again, ever. That was like the one time that I saw that, like that type was a little square with a yellow W and says Wu-Tang. And
it's fucking vicious.
I've never seen that anywhere. So I'm like, I like your sweater, right? And he was like, yeah, it's cool. My cousin gave it to me, right? He's from New York and all that shit. I was like, all right, cool. So this is a complete stranger, right? Complete stranger. And he was like, I'll give you my sweater if you give me your pants, right? So I'm like, oh man, that's a Wu-Tang sweater. I've never seen a sweater like this. I can get these pants anytime. I didn't take them off or nothing. We planned on a day where I came with the bag. I had other pants on, but I had these pants. No.
Man, hurry up, man.
No, so I gave him these pants, and he gave me the sweater. And I'm all happy. I'm like, yeah, I got this cool sweater and shit like that. And I have one picture with it where I'm like in the mountains in the Andes and shit. And I'm like, yeah, man, this is such a cool sweater, but I'm so happy. This is my first Wu sweater. And like 3 days later, the guy's like, hey, man, like, I want that sweater back. And I was like, oh, man, come on, please. He's like, nah, man. I was like, and that's how important the Wu is over there.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying?
What a fucking story.
Yeah, he was like, no, I want that sweater back. And I was just like, damn, all right. So I got the pants back. I gave him the sweater, and I ended up getting a Wu shirt later down the road. But it was crazy because I was like 2,000 miles away. You wouldn't expect these people to listen to Wu Tang, which is completely wrong. They do listen to Wu Tang, and they are real hip hop heads over there with the whole hip hop culture breaking and all that stuff. So going back to it, yeah, like that logo and the Public Enemy logo,
oh yeah,
have to be hip hop. Well, just the best logos in general. Like this could be compared to the Apple logo.
I mean it's universal.
Mm.
Like everybody knows what it is, and it's also a band that like just transcends race, age, or region.
Now they're movies.
You know what I'm saying? It's similar to like I think like bands like the Beatles. Like I mean, and a lot of people want to hate on that. Go ahead and hate on that, but understand the analogy.
Yeah,
I'm saying that someone that's our age, someone that is 10 years younger than us, people that are 10 years older than us, listen to this shit, and they are black, white, they are Spanish, they are American, they're Canadian, they're Asian, they're fucking everywhere, dude.
It's like the Beatles.
Mania.
The Beatles in Ecuador is gigantic.
Yeah, of course they are. I'm not surprised to hear that.
But so is Wu.
Yeah.
They're at that level, man.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to do any other. I'm not trying to compare.
No.
Like the pedigree or the music.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
But as far as just like that kind of wild recognition and love and appreciation, and it's not just like, well, this is just like this pocket of people or places that really dig this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
you would think
it's not niche.
And you would think if Wu's loved in South America, imagine how they're looked upon in Asia when they go to Asia with all the.
I mean, we've seen some of the docs where like they go out there and they're fucking adored. Like they are completely. There's nobody's talking about appropriation over there.
Nobody. No,
you know what I'm saying?
It's the beauty of. Well, I mean, that opens a whole can of things.
We're not getting into on this podcast, but my point is that like they just open arms, embrace that they embraced their culture and they gave it back to them.
That's what true hip hop.
And that's what hip hop is. Is listen, mind and ear. You got cats like the fucking JBs, which is jazz. Like, and Riz is listening to this just chilling one night, and is like, I can make a brand new song out of that, and it's entirely night and day different about its vibe. It's transcendent.
To add to the hip hop aspect of it, all right. That half of the heads in Wu-Tang don't get along with. Well, they weren't supposed to get along with each other.
Yep, they had beefs with each other. There were some like real like bad. There were shootings involved.
All because of what society teaches you. You grow up in this side of the neighborhood as opposed to that side of the neighborhood. You're supposed to hate each other. But RZA, this is why I love Wu-Tang. This is why I love hip hop. Wu-Tang epitomizes the beauty and the ideology of hip hop, where it doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, what color you are, what background you are, what religious creed you are. Political might have something to do with it, but whatever you are,
but how you come together
that's the beauty of it.
You know what I'm saying? Because you are united by this music,
and that music is what disco. It's rock. It's jazz.
It's everything
united together.
So you're united by this one hub of culture, regardless. And Dr. Dre did the same thing. Death Row Records. He had Bloods and Crips on the same side. And people were like, no, wait a minute, what the fuck is he doing here?
Yeah.
Like, these are people that would have gotten killed on the street, and instead they're in a fucking studio, drinking, smoking, recording, writing, and having a good time making history.
And then you do the same with Wu. Wu is in the studio, making, recording, being in movies, producing. I mean, when you have RZA, like all the way in Hollywood making kung fu movies, and like
I fucking love it.
You got
Snipers and all that.
You gotta acknowledge the power of just the hip hop essence in this world. You know what I mean? And Wu is that one group that I think. I mean, you would have music come through, filter through in South America and other places in the world, but like Wu came with the whole aspect, the whole logo, the music, the movies, the video games, it became such a thing that I will always love Wu for that.
You know what? I think when I think about this, man, like before these cats, it was really all about
what neighborhood you from, and that's
where
it.
you from.
That's it. You never grew out of that.
There was a lot of who's got the bigger record, who has the hot hook, who has the hot beat.
Yeah,
Wu-Tang had that, but they had a whole fucking movement beyond it. Like it wasn't just like taking a genre, West Coast gangster rap became a genre that a subcategory of West Coast hip hop or just hip hop in general, and it became a phenomenon. Yeah. But what Wu-Tang, not the song. I mean, the music is there, but Wu-Tang became the phenomenon. It was the W's. It was the military jackets. It was the symbols, and it was the fucking Timberlands, and the grittiness and the conversational thing, and the relevance of like obscurity, where they're referencing Marvel comic books, and 1970s disco bands, and you don't, and unless you really dig, you don't fucking really know. Yeah, that shit boggles my mind.
That's why. When I say the word "woo," you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah. You don't want to. You can listen to whatever genre of music. You listen to country music. If I say the word "woo," you know who I'm talking about. And like, the beauty of it is that his daughter draws all this stuff. Okay, this is normal, but his
not a normal room.
His daughter now does the W.
Yep, she knows exactly what, and she says Wu-Tang.
How old is she?
She's 8 years old.
Do you see this? Do you see how this keeps growing? This is the whole beauty of hip hop.
It'll keep passing and passing on, man. And this band is gonna live long after it's gone. You know what I'm saying? I know that we have like some time, but I have vibes that we might drag a little bit into the games. So I want to wrap up our conversation by moving into a couple of games that we always do. Today we're going back to singles only. All right. So singles only is, besides the hit "Protect Your Neck," right? What other chart-topping single is your favorite by Wu-Tang? And I got Method Man, The Mystery of Chess Boxing, Cream, Can It Be Also Simple? That's all just the first fucking album. Wu-Tang Clan Ain't Nothing to Fuck With. Triumph, It's Yours, Reunited. The Protect Your Neck, the Jump Off record. You got Gravel Pit, Careful Click Click. I love that one. Uzi, Pinky Ring. I got my Uzi back in the game. Rules, The Heart Gently Weeps, which is like my guitar gently. Do that fucking song. Take It Back, Family Reunion, Keep Watch, Ron O'Neal, and most recently People Say, which featured Redman.
Okay, so put this list down again.
So you can look at it? Yeah, I hope so.
So now this is the whole thing about it is that all these songs are great, okay? But and we can only choose one?
You can only choose one record. What's the best record besides Protect Your Neck? We can talk about it.
Okay, the reason that I choose this record as my number one, and all of them are honestly fucking amazing. And yeah, Cream is Cream. Cream is it is what it is.
The song put everybody on.
So honestly, like when
one of the greatest records of all time.
But I'm gonna exclude Cream and any of this because it's just like it's so.
It's a default answer. Everyone's gonna say it. Who else is not? Who's not gonna say?
Right.
So, shout out to Cream. Great record.
Cream's amazing, but Tears.
You're going with Tears? I'm actually kind of not surprised.
Tears.
After Laughter, that record?
Tears, man.
Yo, RZA really has like such a fucking personality on that, with like the laughing and then he sees his man on the ground, man, and then he's like memories. Like you can feel everything he's putting into that.
And the main reason is
that sample's stupid good.
Okay, my mom cleans houses, and every summer for 3 summers straight, I had to go clean houses with her. And I remember I would bring my headphones and my Walkman. I would bring my Walkman, and I would just stay listening to Wu-Tang, like repeatedly throughout the day. And that Tears, always that, and I can't remember, but Tears is just, to me, it takes me back to that moment. It takes me back to when I was that kid. It takes me back to that age. It takes me back to even realities I never had. It takes me back to a place where, like, it's just memories. Like, it's memories. It hits my heart. All of these are amazing. All of them are great, but that hits my heart, and that's the best I can say.
That's tough, man, because you're going with the heart, and I'm going with the energy, the mind, the soul, right? It's this doesn't pull strings for me, but when they made a big fucking deal about this record, they made a big fucking deal. I remember MTV, BET, VH1, all of them were like world premiere. This is happening.
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
Fucking dumbest, and then it's going to be the biggest fucking music video you've ever seen in your life. They had like pre-interviews of like with each member.
I'm not saying nothing more.
Yo. Dude, I don't know, man. I wonder if you're fucking this up. And boom, like this video opens up, and you've got the fucking TV. It's zooming in. There's killer bees. They're coming everywhere. It's a swarm. And fucking, New York gets overran by these bees, and everybody's got these super fucking fly separate like video pieces, right?
Socrates.
Yeah, okay, you on board? You on board? Yeah, and one of the nastiest, most like as far as like complicated like bars to open up a fucking platinum record, right? Like this is a record that's like that was gigantic, and yet somehow like we're talking about a bomb atomically, Socrates' philosophies and hypotheses can't define how I'd be dropping these. Dude, it's fucking disgusting the amount of fucking language you can learn in a day listening to Triumph off of Wu-Tang Forever.
And that video, you get the feeling they take over the world.
They're taking over the fucking world. Remember when Master Killer sitting on the giant W? It's just rising up and he's just talking to the masses.
It's a beautiful video.
The video's fucking vicious.
It's a beautiful video.
RZA jumping through the prison. He's got the giant fucking bee wings on the back. Every part of that video is fucking disgusting.
Yeah, man. No, I can't go against your choice. It's dun. Yeah, that's what I.
Because at first, Gravel Pit has a little bit of that.
Yeah. But that's also a great, and that's on the list.
Dun.
Yeah.
Dude, I fucking love it. That's a party record. The video's fucking ridiculous too.
The video's ridiculous.
The whole like fucking dinosaurs. Yo. I mean this is tough because he's right. We can pick any of these, but you're trying for me. Tears for you.
Tears for me, man.
And fucking go ahead. So let's go into the deep cuts. Deep cuts aside from the song that garnered the chart positions, all of the big the hits. What other record from the album is your favorite? We got Bring the Ruckus. We got Shame On. We got Clan in the Front. We got Wu-Tang 7th Chamber, parts 1 and 2. Now you just said Tears. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, that's one of the singles. That's right. Yeah, that's it, man. That's everything. What we got?
Again, I go with Tears, man. I will always.
If we can't hold on. Let's remove Tears.
Okay, let's remove Tears.
That wasn't supposed to be mentioned.
Okay.
Let's remove Tears. Yeah, Bring the Ruckus, Shame On. You got Clan in the Front, part 1 and 2. Wu-Tang 7th Chamber.
I gotta say, Clan in the Front. Let the beat start. That has
the version that's Clan in the Front. That's just Jizza. Pass the Bone.
No,
Swinging like Indiana Jones. That joint, or are you talking about the one where everybody's on it?
Actually, the one
where
everybody's on it.
Everybody's
on it. That one's my Out of that list,
the first one or the second one?
The first one,
because at the ending it got that different beat. It gives that different energy.
Oh, yeah, it does. Yeah, no, I still like it.
Like ding.
No, the whole way through. But in all honesty, though,
that
man,
is a hot record.
Like, it's just I can't. All those are tight records, man. There's not one that I'm like, nah. You know what I mean? Like,
dude, like Shame is a fucking great record.
Great,
real chance to kind of get to know ODB.
Shame on up.
And Method Man too, because he was alive.
Bow with the truth.
Pow! Yo, I'm yak so fat. Yo, Ray coming through and blowing off your headphones. Yo, I love it.
Yeah,
I get deep like a Navy SEAL.
Nah, man, and that's
dun.
Those samples, man.
All of the samples, the whole record feels it's a vibe.
Man, yeah,
it's a vibe.
But that's what I'm saying. Like that all those are vibes, and all those I can't. This game is hard.
This game. Well, I mean, so let me. I'm gonna say Bring the Ruckus. But when I finally get the tape, it's the first one I hear.
Yeah.
Ghostface, and it's just like bring the motherfucking ruckus, and it's just I'll let you try my Wu-Tang style. Everything about it is. You're like, what is this, dog? For me, it's Bring the Ruckus, and we can go into it, but we got like 10 minutes, and I got like 5 or 6 of these next ones because now we're going into the verses, and the verses can get heated. So we're gonna start. This is just putting songs or artists, whatever, concepts together. Who's got it? Raekwon, Only Built for Cuban Links. versus GZA's Liquid Sword.
GZA, man.
Hands down, right?
Hands down.
A lot of people are not going to agree with you.
No, okay. Look.
The purple tape is considered one of the most iconic, created the whole mafioso rap thing.
Yeah, but GZA to me is just apart from Wu-Tang, GZA to me is one of the best lyrical, smartest guys.
Just in general.
Just in general.
Hearing him talk, watching him perform.
Yeah.
And listening to his music.
We had the opportunity to watch him perform, like
literally, like in the room as far as this fucking laptop. He was in the crowd with us. We could touch his shoulder and shit.
He didn't do the one I wanted, the 1034. He didn't do that one.
Life of a drug dealer.
Oh God,
I would have fucking. That's the. By the way, whenever we get to GZA, there's the fucking preview. That's the record. I mean, I think they're like either of us are not going to argue about that. We don't make it a simple part of that section. Okay, so what about Raekwon and Ghostface, or Redman and Method Man?
Raekwon and Ghostface.
See, that's so funny because now we're like all purple tape all day.
Yeah.
Look, I love How High. I love How High, and these guys are fun. It reminds me of like the Alcoholics, those type of bands that were just they're just there to have fun.
And I
Digital Underground.
I blaze. So like,
dude, I mean, Cottonmouth King, all that shit is tight, but like, dude, fucking,
no, you can't.
You can't fuck with Wu Gambino's and Carson with fucking Ice Cream.
You can't. I like that album has
just them bouncing back and forth off each other.
And they're such, and their story. If you know their story, you appreciate
even more.
Yeah, their relationship.
These cats were not friends.
Yeah, no,
not at first.
And then you hear them together. You're like, these.
They were made to be together.
Made. You know what I mean? So
it's peanut butter and jelly.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
So, okay, so I think we'll put Raekwon down for a second, man. He's getting a lot of love on this. All right, let me ask you an R&B question. SWV anything featuring the Wu-Tang Clan? Or Mariah Carey's Fantasy with
Mariah Carey.
I knew he was gonna fucking say that.
I mean, it's old DB and Mariah. What?
Me and Mariah.
Go back like baby's a pacifier. No lie.
I'm gonna try to find a way to make sure that little piece gets put in every single one of our videos because I think it's the second time we've done that. But it's a great fight. I mean, that's how it's just everyone who doesn't love it.
And Mariah, I mean,
fucking singing her ass off. Looking great.
I always Mariah looks good, but Mariah looked amazing. Like
she was the girl next door, almost, man.
Forget about it.
On the roller coasters and shit.
Man, I think all of us had to be like one of our
everyone's early crush. Early, can't do. Come on, Mariah. We still love you.
And the thing is, like listening to Mariah, even before she got with Old Dirty Bastard on that song, like. I already appreciated Mariah a lot, and then when she did the song with ODB, I was like, "Oh,
she down."
Yeah, she down.
She's down because she also and even right after that she did it with Mobb Deep. Yeah. Right after that she did it with fucking Bone Thugs and Harmony. Like I was like P Diddy at one point.
I actually saw a little clip it.
Clip it. Yeah, right.
Not a snippet, a clip it.
Yeah, okay, but it's both.
A little clip it of who was it? It was Mariah, and it was in Mariah's house or something. And Mariah and I want to say like not old Big Daddy Kane. I was like, what?
Damn, that's fucking tough.
Yeah, like they know each other.
That's tough. That's tough.
Yeah, man. But that song, the beat.
There's something about for me, man. You know what's funny about it though? I could probably recite the Fantasy record front to back with my eyes closed because that's the first one that caught me. That beat is so great.
Oh,
the fucking sample and like what the referencing, the sample, what the references are there.
Everything.
Me and my boyfriend. Like that's a great record. That before that.
Yeah. Before that, yeah.
But dude, anything you want. That beat goes fucking hard.
Even that Butterfly, that first one, that original, like Mariah Carey, like.
You'll always be a part of me. Man, I don't give a fuck.
Man,
that record goes.
Look, R&B,
she's swinging from the fucking tire on the lake,
like in the water. R&B in our time,
jeans on them.
R&B in our time was all about being gangster. Gangsters listen to R&B, okay? Like, so no question. This is our R&B.
You seeing your ass off. You getting charges.
I know, right?
On the fucking side, and that's how we fucking.
R. Kelly, what'd you do?
Why'd you do it? Let's not talk about it. Dude, I don't know, man. That SWV anything.
Yeah, it's a good song. It's a great song, man.
I love that beat.
Yeah.
It's all up to you, dude. That whole soundtrack. What was that? Above the Rim. That shit. Let's
wait, real quick. There's other Wu R&Bs that are amazing too that aren't mentioned here.
Yeah.
So just keep an eye out for those and listen to those because those are amazing too, man.
I love them.
Yeah,
I love them. They never stayed. They had their lane, but they knew how to kind of like maneuver through all the cracks and shit. How about this one? Now we're gonna talk about the affiliates, right?
Oh, my favorite.
I'm gonna give you 3 before you fucking pick because I already know your answer.
I know we're short on time. We still got some time, but real quick, Wu has a bunch of affiliates, and this is what he's regarding to.
Yeah. I mean, there's
a whole bunch.
It started with Wu, and then came groups like Gravediggers versus groups like Sons of Man,
Shaheen, Killer Army
versus Killer Army. So these are the 3 I'm giving you because these are the big trios that when people know affiliates are like another group that was also a part of Wu-Tang. These are the 3 that most people would recognize. Gravediggers versus Sons of Man versus Killer Army. I think I already know what he's gonna say. By the way, this is easy for him.
Okay,
he's torn between 2 maybe, but he's got his mind made up.
Yeah, I mean, number 1's always gonna be Killer
Army. I knew he was gonna fucking say that. I'm gonna say the same.
But I will.
But Gravediggers though.
From there, I jumped to Gravediggers.
Sons of Man was my least favorite. Yeah. However, out of all of the extra rappers that come out of that pool,
yeah,
Killer Priest is the fucking nastiest rapper. Dude, that cat. So Sons of Man gets that fucking perk. Yeah, that makes it tough. Yeah. As a solo, I really fuck with Killer Priest hard. As Sons of Man, I mean, I'm listening to the other 2 Killer Army albums like way more often. When I'm going to those like the Swarm and the Sting, I'm listening to the Killer Army records before I'm sniffing out the Sons of Men. But that first Gravediggers,
yeah, man. No, even
revolutionized like brought horrorcore out.
You don't even know, man. I went all the way to the last Gravediggers.
Yeah, I know you did.
Yeah, I was all into Gravediggers, but firstly, Killer Army.
Killer Army was definitely probably the first for me. And then when the other thing that did him dirty, no offense to Dirty, but when Sons of Man came out, and I was like, all right, new Wu affiliate, I'm about that joint. They did that You're a Shining Star, and that was cool. Yeah, but nothing as cool as what fucking Killer Army was putting out. Like you need to up your shit. This is like more silly.
Yeah, we used to float to the instrumentals.
I mean, all the time, and so that there's also like a personal investment to it. I'm gonna wrap it up with one more trio. RZA versus DJ Muggs versus DJ Premier.
Ooh.
I know that these are the tiers, man. These are the Trinity.
Okay. Well. If we're gonna say, I'm gonna go with Muggs and RZA.
No, you can only pick one, man.
Oh,
it's versus all 3 of them. Who stands alone? That's what made this. I knew that's why I saved this one for last. Because I mean, because this is like any one of these drop and like half of our fucking childhood goes away. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's picking between your favorite kids.
Okay. Fuck, man. If we're gonna do Wu, we should also mention Mathematics.
Shout out to Mathematics.
Yeah, because both Mathematics and RZA kind of worked a lot together on certain projects together, right? So, fuck, man. I'm gonna go with because they're all so good. How about you go first?
I'm not answering the question.
Fuck you. Oh my god,
dude! You know what, man? Right. I think like, oh lordy, because you're right. Because you think about it, you eliminate like DJ Premier, and you've got no more Gangstar. Nas is getting fucked up. Half of the East Coast is getting wiped out, right? Yeah. And then you delete Muggs, and you got like no more Cypress. You don't have House of Pain. You don't have the Grandmasters with Jizza. Like you don't have like. There's so much that gets wiped out with Muggs.
Okay.
RZA, you lose the Wu-Tang.
I got it.
And a lot of other hit records.
Shut your face. This is what I'm going to say, and this is only by technicality only. Okay, RZA.
Because no Wu-Tang Clan, that's just a world out of.
Because you can't fuck with the Wu-Tang Clan. No, RZA is because of the fact that he transcended hip hop and went into movies. technically speaking, if you get to make music for movies and write your own movie and do the whole thing, the whole fucking soundtrack, I gotta give it to you. I gotta. And Premiere and Muggs haven't done that.
I'm gonna go with RZA as well, only because not only does he do that, but he also brought the music back to the East Coast when they came out, created an entire new approach to business as an independent, revolutionary contract deal for those record labels. The logo, the movement that comes around it, the influences in the music that's going to come around it. No Wu-Tang. I mean, so much of hip hop is just decimated from that loss.
We do lose more in
I
hip
think.
hop.
I mean, Premier is a big one.
No, but
Muggs is a big one. I mean, they're all big.
But I'm just going.
I feel like the loss is harder.
I think because of the fact how we were talking about, and this is where by technicality I say Wu and RZA, is because RZA and Wu is like an entity that exists throughout the world. Like I can go to Afghanistan or Pakistan or Mumbai.
The impact is nuts.
And I'm like, you know who RZA is? You know who? Yes.
We're partial to Premier.
Yeah.
We have personal stakes with Muggs. But Wu-Tang is for everybody.
And Wu-Tang's
for children.
For children. No, man. I got it.
We're doing RZA, right?
Yeah, and I was just gonna say if RZA disappears, Wu-Tang or hip hop loses such big exposure. That's what I'm getting at. More than Cypress.
It's bigger than
more than
it's bigger than
Premiere.
All right,
like
it's
OnlyFans right here.
Yeah, really. I mean, come on, you got the wrong fucking page going, Duncan.
But no, I go with RZA.
Guys, we are past that hour mark, so we need to wrap it up. The one last thing I want to get at is thank you for joining on the show. If you like the show, make sure you like and subscribe to the show. Share it with everybody. Help us get those build-ups so that the algorithm kicks in harder. You guys want to listen to specific music or you want us to talk about specific things, reach out to us and, write up in the comment section. As far as these games, the singles, the verses, all of that, the deep cuts, what would you choose? Please put that in the comment section. Let's have a conversation about Wu-Tang today. It's all about that new Wu year. Happy Wu year to you. You know what I'm saying? Follow me, Johnny Warbucks, on Instagram. You can find my music on Bandcamp. It's a party over here. You want to donate some money for the album, by all means. But if not, you just want to listen to it, help yourself. That's what it's there for.
Buy him a cup of coffee because this cat's
cat's drinking all my goddamn coffee.
But all that. Check him out for reals. He's got good stuff out there.
Where they gonna find you, man?
At Kalishnikov Red. Instagram is official Kalishnikov Red. Facebook, I'm not putting it out there, but you can find my page on Kalishnikov Red. All the streaming sites, everything, Apple Music, all that shit, I'm there. And yeah, there's stuff that we're working as in conjunction from old school. You want to check his soundtrack, and I'll be there too. So we got a family. You check on my Kalishnikov, right? He's there too. So
yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, that's it. Check us out. Check our pods out, and remember the record, and also the Rapper's Corner, and that's it.
What should we talk about next time, man?
Ooh, man.
Since it's look. I mean, February's our next show.
Look, I will say this. I will put this out there. It's the most loveliest thing, and it's the most painful thing.
Well, I think that
it's that month. It's that month, man.
Yeah. We gotta put something out there that the ladies love. That'd be cool, right?
You know it. You know it.
Guys, we out of here, man. Thanks, man. Wu-Tang forever. Wu-Tang forever, man.
Wu-Tang.